Hi guys, how are you?
Hi,
Good,
we're great.
thanks.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. So, to start, BD, I have to say it is very funny to me as somebody who grew up with you and knew you from Jurassic Park to now know that there's a new generation of kids who are going to have a similar experience, but it's going to be with Blue's Big City Adventures, arguably a movie more geared towards them than Jurassic Park was to me. But I wanted to know why did you want to be a part of Blue's Big City Adventure, and how does it feel kind of knowing that, like, all right, well, now two generations of kids are gonna have a BD Wong
Oh,
experience just
I
very
never think about that.
differently.
Yeah, I don't think about the people their experience of me or whatever. But I do love this brand of Blue's Clues. I love it. I always have. I've loved everything that it represents and everything that it's trying to do, and the long-standing tradition of it raising our kids in a certain way, and the way that it does it, and the choices that it makes, and the mindfulness that it puts into the collaborations that create this show are really, they put a lot into it. It's not just kind of, they're not kind of halfway about it. They put so much in thought into it, and I've always loved that about it, and I've always felt that about it. And so being asked to be in this little movie um to celebrate that
Yeah.
was really cool for me. I really liked it. I
Yeah,
jumped at the chance to do
as I grew up with Blue's Clues, I attribute it to why I like detective things so much, because this was my show as a kid. But
Wow.
it was really cool kind of watching this because I was crying and I'm like, I'm an adult watching a movie sobbing. But
Yeah.
Brianna, you play a new puppy to me, because I'm a blue and magenta kid. And so to see Rainbow Puppy, I was like, oh, there's a new dog. This is so cool.
Yeah.
What was that experience like? How did you get to, because blue and magenta don't talk, but Rainbow Puppy does. So how is
Yeah.
that kind of building that character and getting to be
Totally.
like the new generation's puppy that they're gonna love when they grow up?
Wow. First of all, you said a lot there. That was really impactful. Thank you for saying all of that. I think, well, new generation, I don't think totally thought of that yet. That's pretty awesome. I would say, first of all, it's an honor because I didn't even know this was gonna happen. And then it happens, then you get it, and you're like, okay, like this is pretty big. But I think so far it's been really cool to see the response on all age groups because, like you, I grew up with Blue's Clues too. So I think for me, watching it back now as an adult, don't be sad that it like makes you emotional because it totally can make you emotional, and it really does for me too. There's things that sometimes I don't think people realize when they look at things that are this nostalgic or just things from their past. Things come up and you're like, oh my gosh, I needed to be reminded of that. I needed that right now. And it could just be like a simple phrase of like, believe in yourself or something like that. And you're like, oh my gosh, how'd they know I needed to do that right now? So I think it really can hit an emotional string. But for me, so far, everything has been amazing. Even being here is amazing. Having the opportunity to share Rainbow Puppy in a movie is like, what? So, and then sharing my voice and being able to sing, like you said, the voice aspect of it is really, I think, significant because even though, well, I would say Blue serves a purpose in terms of being your best friend.
Mhm.
And I think Rainbow Puppy is almost like Blue's best friend. So almost giving a voice for Blue and saying the things that she already wanted to say, but just acting it out, dancing it out, singing it, and just yeah, being a voice for Blue and Magenta. And then you have your connection with Blue as well, so it's like a big family. It's pretty cool.
it. It's like,
Yeah.
that the part of it, I think that's the intentionality of it, is to give kids a voice, or show them that their voice matters, that what they want and what they need or what they're dreaming of.
Yeah.
That's a big part of Rainbow Puppy's thing, is that she wants something, and she'll say, this is what I want. And in this movie in
Right.
particular, she'll say, no, I know what I want. And it's very important for kids to be able to articulate that.
Yeah.
And so that is literally giving them a voice,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Giving them their own voice. And I like that apart. That's just my 2 cents. I like
Yeah.
that part of it too.
Just sticking to the idea of voice, like you said,
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
giving a voice to
Yeah.
everybody.
And it's so cool because, like, the minute Steve looked at me and said, like, you've grown up, you look great, I was like, yeah, Steve, thanks. But like, just cried. But it's so cool because the songs, like you said, I remember all these songs and it unlocked a memory and I was like singing along even though they're all new. And so like was that really fun to kind of get to bring new songs but also have those classics as part of it that like they're different but they're not?
Yeah, we haven't been asked too much about songs yet, but I personally relate to the songs for the same reason you said. And then for me, this is funny, but when I sing some of Rainbow Puppy's songs, they're either like from the male song, for example,
Mhm.
and they have a new beat to it and everything. And you're like, oh, this is a jam. And I'm practicing in my car, like blasting it at full blast. And I'm like, my windows are out because I want anyone to hear it. But driving through the city, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm full on listening to this music right now.
Yeah.
I'm not just practicing.
Yeah.
So it's
As a
good.
grown-up.
It's a grown up. It's really good.
Oh, it's so good. I loved it so much. I kept thinking of the all three Steves meme from like the Macy's Day Parade because I was like, this is it. But thank you guys so much. I can't wait for kids to get to enjoy this movie. It's fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your
Thank
support.
you. Bye.